Hey guys, we're going to be taking another day of looking at section 1.2, order of operations and evaluating expressions. So this is sort of 1.2 day 2, okay? All right, let's take a look at this review at the top. To simplify a numerical expression means to replace it with a single numerical value. Circle the simplified form of each expression. So we're circling the ones that there's nothing. Sorry, the simplified form of the given expression. So what is 2 times 3 times 4? Well, I think if we went left or right, you get 2 times 3, which is 6 times 4, which 6 times 4 is 24. Okay. Now, I might start, again, this is our second day. I might talk a little bit fast to get through the video in a short amount of time. So feel free to pause and to absorb and to write down as we go along. Okay. 1/2 times 36, that's the same thing as 36 divided by 2, FYI. So that is actually 18. 16 minus 4 is 12. 12 plus 7 is 19. There you have it. I did some mental math. Hopefully you guys should really show a couple steps here. Okay. Something like that. All right. Vocabulary. Power. So if you have, when we're looking at exponents, okay? Let's say we're looking at 7 to the second power, 7 squared. You have a base, which is the number 7. You have an exponent, which is the number 2. And then together, we kind of call it a power, okay? That's kind of what's happening here. So circle the expression that shows a base of 7 and exponent of 3. Well, that's a base of 3. There's not even an exponent here. This looks good. Base of 7, exponent of 3. Awesome. 7 to the third, or 7 cubed. Number 5 says to underline the correct words to complete the sentence. And blank is a number that can be represented using a base and an exponent. Well, we just saw that that word was called power up here. So we're going to underline the word power. For each expression, underline the base, circle the exponent, and draw a box around the power. Holy cow. Okay. Underline the base, which here is 2. Circle the exponent, and I guess just put a box around the whole thing. So we're just underlining the base, circle the exponent, box around the whole power. Underline the base, circle the exponent, box around the power. Underline base, circle exponent, box around power. Okay. All right, I think we got the idea. Let's move on to the next. Okay, simplifying powers. So follow the steps. Identify the base and exponent of 3 to the 4th. So the base is 3, exponent is 4. If you remember how exponents work, 3 to the 4th literally means 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. I recommend using a calculator at this point, but you should get 81 when you plug that into a calculator. Okay? So scrolling down a little bit. Perform any operations inside grouping symbols. Okay, grouping symbols are like parentheses. Guys, so if we remember PEMDAS, right? A lot of people, your teachers actually might not say PEMDAS. Some teachers might say GEMDAS. Because it's not always going to be a parenthesis. Sometimes you might see these brackets here, right? These little brackets, which will also be used in math and kind of mean the same thing as parentheses do. So take care of brackets first, grouping symbols, then your powers, your exponents, then multiply or divide in order from left to right. Don't forget that. We do see the m comes first, but multiply doesn't have to come before divide, right? We just go left to right for these two. Just like adding doesn't have to come before subtraction. We just kind of go left to right. All right? So looking at this one, we have no grouping symbols, no brackets, no parentheses, so we go right to our e exponent. I see one right there, so I'm going to take care of that. So we're going to simplify. It says circle the part that we should simplify first. We're going to simplify this part first. Okay? So without simplifying the expression, explain how you know that subtraction will be the last operation. Um, well, I don't see any well, adding and subtracting is always last, and we don't see adding, so, adding, subtracting, uh, go last. We'll say that, even though we obviously only have subtraction here. So let's simplify it. So I'm going to rewrite this, but when I get to here, I'm going to do the exponent. So 5 times 7. I'm going to keep the minus sign there because it's not being squared. Only this 4 is. So 4 times 4, I can do that in my head. That's 16. Now divide by 2. Okay? So no brackets, no parentheses, no more exponents. We got some multiplying, dividing, and subtraction. So let's take care of the multiply and divide going left to right. So going left to right, that's going like reading it that way. 5 times 7 is 35. I'm just going to rewrite everything else. Okay. Going left to right again, we have 16 divided by 2. Again, skip the subtract. Don't do that. That comes last, right? 16 divided by 2. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to leave the 35. You can think about it as negative 16 divided by 2 if you want. The answer is still going to be a negative 8. And 35 minus 8, last step, should be 27. There you have it. Okay. Please, show work, show steps. Do not just get to just take the whole original and just plug it all in a calculator. It's not going to help you at all. I promise you. Okay. This one. What is the value of the expression when a equals 3, b equals 4? So again, we're substituting in, plugging in. I like to use parentheses. Very good idea. Here's our expression. So 3 stays a 3, but the b is actually going to be a 4 now. So I'm going to plug it in with parentheses with the minus symbol. A is now 3. I'll plug that in with parentheses. Again, keep this minus sign. It doesn't go away just because you want it to. So let's take care of the multiplication. So 3 times 4 is 12. Okay. Again, I might be doing a couple things that, well, actually, I'm just going to leave it there. I'll leave it there for right now. And now I'm following this template here. Technically, we probably should have done the 3 squared first, but it does not matter really in this case. So I'm going to drop the 12. 3 squared is 9. You can imagine if we did the 3 squared first to get 9, then we would have to do the 3 times 4 to get 12 over here anyways. So we're not breaking order operations by doing this 3 times 4 first. And 12 minus 9 is 3. Either way, you're going to get 3 at the end. The main thing is we cannot do the subtraction till the very end. We can't subtract whatever's over here by whatever's over here till the very end because adding subtracting comes last. Okay. Problem 4. Evaluating a real-world application. So we have the shipping cost for an order at an online store is 1/10 the cost of the items you order. What is an expression for the total cost of a given order? What are the total costs for your orders of $43, $79, $95, $103? Okay. So we're going to let C be the cost of the items. That's our variable. So our total cost is going to be equal to C. That's our variable that we're given. Plus, so we have the cost of the items, and the shipping cost is 1/10 the cost of the item. So that's just literally just 1/10, 1/10 times C. Okay. I'm just gonna kind of talk about this a little bit. I'm not gonna spend too much time on this because I don't believe I'm gonna give you a question like this on our quizzes or test. And I don't think Math Excel has a problem like this either. So I'm just gonna go. If you're a little confused on it, don't sweat this one, okay? Um, let's see. So 110 times 43 is $4.30. This one, I'm just gonna plug this into my calculator here. 1/10 times 79 is, well, $7.90. This one is $9.50. The kind of decimal place just moving over. This one is $10.30. So if we added the $43 of the cost plus this $4.30 for the shipping cost, then the total would be $47.30 here. Again, we're adding these together. We're pretty much adding this number and this number together now. So add them together, we get $86.90. We add these two together. Actually, they just want me to put the $9.50 here. Okay, cool. I'll do that. They want me to put the $10.30 here. And now add them together. We'll get $113.30. Okay. Again, I've talked a little fast on this one. It was just a little word problem of trying to figure out the cost of their items plus shipping. Okay, I don't think I'm going to give you one like this on Math Excel. Okay, very last question, and then we're done. A student simplified an expression, but they made an error. Can we find the error? So it looks like, let's see what they did first. They did the 3 squared to get this 9. That's good. Then they did the 23 minus 8 to get 15. That is also fine. Then they did, let's see, what should they have done next here? So going from this step to this step. So if you see, they did 23 minus 8 to get 15, but they really should have done this first, because that's multiplication, right? That has to come before adding or subtracting. So that's a mistake right there. So, in your own words, when they got, what did they do? Oh, what's it asking? What operation did the student do first? They did the 3 squared. And yes, it's correct. You know, it in your own, I don't know, it just order operation says it should go first, right? What operation did the student do next? They did the 23 minus 8, and no, not correct. Should do the minus 8 times 2 next. Okay, something like that. So let's do it right this time. So they did the 3 squared fine, plus 9 is fine, but we have to do this next, okay? So 23, this is a negative 8 times 2, it's minus 16 plus 9, and now we just have subtracting and adding go left to right. So go left to right. Let's see what should get here. 23 minus 16, I think that's 7, plus 9, which equals 16. There you have it. That's all for today. Go check out Math Excel for the day 2 of 1.2. See you guys next time.